Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another day, another sell-off. I warned you guys in the last video that we could go lower, and so far, stock market is doing just that. In today's video, we're going to talk about a stock that I want you to keep on your radar for a massive move next week. All right. I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions like we always do here on this channel. Now, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on these videos, right? So let's get started right off the bat. So SPY right now, again, in the last video I showed y'all this structure, very clean, very clean. All right, I told y'all that we could go low. Yeah, and if you haven't watched that video, I'm just gonna pin it at the top somewhere over here. That way y'all can click on it. And right now, it showed like a little bit of bullishness right after I made that video. I was a little bit, I was just a little bit worried, but it turned out, I guess, the way I predicted. I think that it's going to go lower. I think that this is not over yet. The previous level of 4,300 is still there, right over here, and we have a 3-day weekend, and a lot of things could happen in 3 days. And if there's more bad news being put out, again, with related to like the tension between Russia and Ukraine, related to inflation, related to all of that, if there is more FUD being put out, we could open up lower, like a lot lower, probably below 4,300, and then collapse towards 420. All right, or I would say 4,200. So definitely keep that in mind. The bearish pennant is still in play, is still clean, and if you're still holding puts, you're still getting paid. That's my honest thoughts on the overall market. Now, the stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for next week, that stock is AMAT. All right. And now the reason why I want to share AMAT with y'all is because of this. If you look at just the 4-hour time frame, all right. Actually, let's just look at it on a much bigger scale. Perfect. Let's start over here. We got the weekly, and then the only thing I see here with this picture is a bunch of shorts, a bunch of sellers right here. These are the sellers. Well, following the massive panic, this is a huge bullish engulfing. Well, I guess it's pretty massive compared to the last one. All right, usually a bullish engulfing candle starts up here at like 171 or higher, maybe 173, and then like just drops all the way down. But right now it's looking terrible. Now we're gonna zoom in some more. All right, again, just to give y'all some perspective about where we are. Now we're gonna zoom into more over here to the 4-hour, and if you look at the 4-hour, the reason why I want to share this with y'all is because of the bear flag on here. There is a bear flag on the chart. It's right here, right there. Yeah, and also what happened today was this. I'm gonna remove this thing, and I'm gonna show y'all this thing on the 15-minute. If you look on the 15-minute, there was a descending triangle right here. This is a pattern within a pattern. It's quite clean right there, and the breakdown was right at the open right here. All right, so definitely keep this one on your watch list for a continuation down. Again, I'm bearish on the overall market. I think we're gonna go lower. Therefore, this thing should drop all the way down towards 120 bucks, maybe lower. All right, so that's the stock for today's video. Now let's talk about you guys' stock of interest. First one that we're going to cover, we're gonna do an update on AA. It's one of the stocks that I've mentioned previously. All right, and it's just doing its own thing. I'm not gonna lie. That zone that I drew up here is still there at between $80 and $83. And it looks like it actually wants to get there. It's doing it in a very slow fashion, very irritating fashion. But it's not following the overall market movement like the Dow, the SPY, and the Nasdaq. So yeah, I guess this one is going to go in there at some points. I think it's going to go in there. It's moving. It's moving with like, well, oil is a little bit downtrending, but this one is just doing its own thing. Again, just watching for a move all the way up to 83. My thoughts and opinions that I had over here, I guess, changed. Again, we're gonna look at the daily time frame, and I don't see anything bearish about this one. At least not yet. There is that gap right here at $73. We may get a surprise again if the gap down on Tuesday happens, which I think it will, and this thing opens up lower, like below 75, then maybe we can see a drop to 73. But right now it's still looking bullish. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the stock. The next one that we're going to talk about in today's video, we're going to talk about Snap. All right, now somebody asked about Snap. It had earnings, a bounce, and this is looking like a dead cat bounce to me, right? It starts out strong, it consolidates, it struggles after filling the gap at the left. Well, kind of filling it. It almost did. Will it fill it eventually? Eventually, yes, but next week, I don't think so. I think this thing just rolls over. And if you go on the 4-hour, you can clearly see that this is a descending triangle that is breaking down after hours. Like this thing could just bleed out all the way down to $36 to these previous lows before we see some type of like bounce right here. And it could even continue lower and fill the huge gap all the way down to like 30. So just be aware of that. I don't think that this is a convinced move to the long side. I think that the bears are in control of this situation. So that's my honest thoughts on the stock. It also looks like Hood. Same arrangement, same thing. All right, but Hood is a little bit more. It's a little bit more lower. So Snapchat is like somewhere over here. We're waiting for this to happen and then for that to happen. But Hood is a little bit more. Yes, it's downtrending a lot faster. All right, it got that same thing on there. Same exact thing. And I think Hood is also going to drop to $10. Could it get to $8? Probably. Again, it seems like things are just things that appear that it could not go any lower continue to go lower. Like PayPal, for example, which I've discussed in multiple videos before. I thought it would start curling around like 125, but no, it's just dipping and dipping slowly. So again, with this market, with this stock specifically, this is just the beginning of like a sell-off. I think it's gonna continue lower. That's my honest thought on the stock. Now, the next one that somebody asked about in the comment section, which I thought looked pretty good. I think it's a good suggestion to put down. It's CORT. CORT. All right. Now with this one, this is a therapeutics company, and let's see here. No, that's earnings report. Okay, so they previously had earnings earlier this week. I don't see anything about any. Okay, I was looking for some type of like medication there for this company, but I don't see anything in the news section. I may have to dig into more. But with this one right here, just looking at the chart, the setup is there. The setup that I see is there. It is it's a flag on the chart. Could it pay off? Probably. I'm pretty sure some people are willing to bet on here for a huge move towards like $30 within the next like in this region within the next 3 to 4 weeks, right? It could happen. That's what I see on here. If you look at the daily time frame, it looks decent. The volume is tiny, but the move is there. There could be a little bit of a retest, like more consolidation followed by another pop, more consolidation followed by another pop. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. All right, and this gap got filled also, which I guess kind of explains the reaction here, just the fillets. So just be very careful if you trade in this thing and pick your entries wisely. Up here, not the best. you want to wait to see this one actually go down to like 20, and then see a surge in volume again for your entry for the next move higher. But overall, like the structure looks decent. The structure looks nice. It looks promising. And that's my very honest opinion on that stock, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these videos. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at NGumah and the PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there's some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.